the Perumal team that you are now being roped into?
No. One of the bones of contention in 2023 already was that when Advocate Johnson compiled the team for the 27 in 2023, she had completely excluded Mr. Perumal's team members or the subordinates. And she had handpicked Mr. Rapesu and Mr. Binang. At that point, they were reporting to Mr. Rulof, or Colonel Rulof, sir. They later started reporting to Mr. Perumal, and then once they started in July 2020, well, let me put it this way, in September 2023, when Mr. Binang and Mr. Rapesu started objecting to the trickery of Mr. Perumal, I'm quoting the word, and the shortcuts in investigations and trying to create a narrative during an investigation. It was then in 2023 that Mr. Binang was victimized by Advocate Johnson and Mr. Perumal. And then when diversion happened, Mr. Mlambo and Mr. Rapesu were victimized by Mr. Perumal when questions were being asked.
Mr. McLean, when he spoke to you, he must have said why. Did he say why? He says to you, be careful, they will ruin your career, you're being naive.
He didn't go into great detail. He just said that they are dangerous people and they don't follow the rules. I'm paraphrasing.
He didn't speak to anything in particular that was happening in the environment that makes him say, they're dangerous people, you have to be careful, they'll ruin your career if you are not careful.
Am I allowed to not answer that?
Well, I guess
yes, there was.
Of interest and relevance to us, or at least to me, is how far back do the problems, the kind of things we are looking at now, even if not specific to these facts, but is there an institutional problem? This about crime intelligence and General Masemola, are these isolated, a new development when IDEC has been playing by the rules and doing everything right by the book until recently, November 2024, leading to now? So the warning from Mr. McLean seems to suggest that there were concerns already by the time you joined.
Confirm, and I did make mention of it in my statement, my first statement. I'm trying to be diplomatic about this. There are problems with.
Okay, I'm happy to park it. I'm going to make a note. I'd like to come back to give you the chance to reflect on how you want to deal with it.
I can answer it now, Commissioner.
You're happy to do that? Okay,
I will answer it now.
Okay.
I have done numerous memos about the poor investigation, the targeting, the irregular activities of the Eastern Cape team and the matters that they have enrolled in IDAC. I also said to the commissioners last week that I recently, when I fought to receive the actual document, the docket, I found, myself and my co-prosecutor, we found documentation hidden in the C-clip that actually exonerated the accused, and we did a memo for the charges to be withdrawn in totality. I've also alerted Advocate Johnson in writing to the fact that multiple matters that are enrolled by Mr. Perumal's team within the IDAC space under Advocate Johnson's control from 2022 do not have the proper authorization.
All right. Thank you. We'll leave it for now. Thanks.
Ms. Ramsamey, Mr. Perumal and Mr. Baloyi, they were there before Advocate Johnson's appointment.
Correct.
Okay, so she found them there.
Correct.
Okay.
Your realization that what was required of you was a pliable or a malleable prosecutor, was that as a result of the caution by Mr. McLean, or was it your own realization?
Captain McLean gave me the warning in April 2023, May 2023. I chose to accept the warning and proceed with caution, but to also make up my own mind. Towards January, the end of January 2025, I did alert the commissioners to my instincts kicked in, and my gut was not sitting well. I was very uneasy about the events of December. But in January 2025, I came to the conclusion that I was just a puppet. In the 27 referral from 2023, after the prosecutor, the other state advocate was removed and the deputy director came on board, he provided a very firm hand to the investigations and the manner in which the investigation was conducted, to a point where Mr. Perumal would remind Mr. Timane, Mr. Binang and Mr. Rapesu that he is their commander. So the fact that I had strong support in the form of a senior, that is why I was not completely alerted to what was happening at that point. I must also make it very clear that when I did stand up to Mr. Perumal about that 27 referral, and I cannot speak to the aspect that I spoke up, or I stood up about, because it is sub judice. Advocate Johnson sent me an email and instructed me that I had to reply to gossip, office gossip, in the form of a memo. And preceding that meeting where myself and Mr. Binang informed Advocate Johnson of the problems that Mr. Perumal, or the wrongdoings that Mr. Perumal was attempting to proceed with. That is what I spoke about, where I was made redundant for 9 months. I was insulted by Advocate Johnson in open meetings. I was basically told to, her words to me were, well, you'll have to prove yourself to me now after this, Drew.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Sorry, one last aspect.
Yes.
Sorry. Actually, it's two. When Advocate Johnson called me into the meeting to hand me the Fadil Adams referral, one of the first things, because she sensed that I was standing and I didn't speak, I just said, morning, Mama, and I stood. And she said, no, sit, I just want to talk to you. I want to tell you, you and I, we were played against each other by Binang. So that was what I was told on the 5th of December, after being redundant for 9 months. The second thing, Advocate Ngube, Commissioners, I do ask permission from Advocate Ngube, if I may proceed, when I deviate. There's a lot in my head, and sometimes it's not relevant. So I have asked for that level of control, because I tend to talk a lot.
Okay, can I just quickly come in on something you touched on? You mentioned your serious disagreement with Mr. Perumal about the 2023 Section 27 referral. And you've mentioned that you don't want to talk about it because it's sub judice. You do touch on that in your statement as well. But what I want to know, I'm not going to ask you about the detail of it if, as you say, you're reluctant about mentioning it in any detail. But what I want to know is there a criminal charge? Surely the sub judice rule cannot apply to the extent of not even being able to say yes or no. Is there a criminal charge? If so, laid by whom, against whom? That's it. I'm not asking any further question.
A criminal charge with regards to the 27 referral.
What you say is sub judice both now and also in your statement, and which you say both now and in your statement you do not want to talk about. That's what I'm asking you about.
Yes, the matter is in court.
Is in court?
It's in court.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.